Jenny, thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate that.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me again. I'm excited to be back.
And so let's just dig in and tell people exactly what it is that you do.
Okay, so I have a lifestyle site, which is a blog, where I create quick and easy recipes and projects for busy parents. It's called the melrosefamily.com. And that was started about 7 years ago, and I was able to monetize it, grow it, learn social media, and now I also teach others how to do the same thing so that they can monetize and grow their own sites over at jennymelrose.com.
JennyMelrose.com.
That's correct. Yes.
I once described this as an online magazine. Was I offending you, or is that what I would call it that?
Yes. No, that definitely is what we try to have other people perceive, that the Melrose Family is definitely should look like an online magazine.
And so you describe it as a blog. So walk me through what is the difference here. What is that because it's interactive? I mean, talk me through that.
I think it's more because that's the way it was started. A lot of us that are out there that have blogs, that have websites now, started it off as a hobby, and then we quickly learned that we could monetize it, whether it was through ads, whether it was through affiliate income, or like me, you could work with brands and use their products in order to create recipes or projects, and they would pay you to do it.
And you've now gone right. You fell right into my trap.
I did. I tried to stay away.
Let's talk about those revenue streams. You mentioned 3. There may be 100. I don't know. That's the fun thing you have about being on this show. You got me at an advantage because I barely can talk tech talk, right? So let's walk through some of these different revenue streams in a blog or website.
Absolutely. So ads are what you would see if you go to a website and they just naturally pop. They're normally on the sidebar. Sometimes they'll be up top. And the way that you earn income from that is having people come there and click on them. So those ads can be anything from an ad for Gap to IKEA. Pretty much they pop based on people's search history in the past. But you have to have thousands upon thousands of page views in order to make a consistent, decent income. So most people, unless they're seeing over 100,000 page views a month, really don't see a ton of money from ad income. So the other form that they can monetize is with affiliates. And with an affiliate, you're using a product and you might be talking about whether you're a fashion blogger, you might show an outfit that you wear, and you might hook it so that it is connected to our style, or even Amazon or another place that does affiliates for fashion bloggers, where they will make a percentage of whatever's purchased. It could be anywhere normally from like 3 to 7%.
Well, okay, now I'm a little confused at this. So you're going to write an article about your favorite pair of shoes, or how to take care of shoes. I'm making this up, right? But
you're
I'm doing
good.
Okay. And you're suggesting that Tom McCann or some, I don't know, no shoe company. Did I get that right? Are they still around? Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, no, she gave me that look. I don't know. Michael Jordan shoes. Okay. So you're suggesting they would say, hey, if you talk about us, we'll give you some money?
They don't have that direct conversation with them, and more they go through like a network where they can actually sign up with the affiliate. So let's use Amazon actually as a better example. So I do a lot of food recipes. So if I say that I'm using one of those zoodle things you can make, the noodles that come from zucchini. If I'm using one of those tools and I link it to Amazon, I use an affiliate link for it. So it just tracks it so that if someone purchases that or something else from Amazon clicking from my link, I will then get that a small percentage.
Whoa. Let me get this straight.
Yes.
So if I talk about the salad shooter,
yes,
and I put a link to the salad shooter to Amazon, I could make money off the people to buy the salad shooter.
And anything else they purchase, even if they don't buy the salad shooter, let's say instead they get onto Amazon and they start buying a ton of Christmas gifts for their family, you make a percentage of all of the Christmas gifts that are purchased.
Do you have to already set that up with Amazon in advance?
Yeah, it's something that you apply for. They accept pretty much anyone as long as you're not within one of these particular states within the U.S. that doesn't allow it. There's only a couple. North Carolina is not one of them. North Carolina, you're allowed to use.
So this is a big deal.
Hey, Joe, you might be able to do it with cigars. write articles about cigars and make some money.
Yes.
We on to something here.
Oh, there's tons of stuff.
So,
like that.
okay, so this is affiliates.
Yes.
Okay, all right, so what's the next one?
The big one for me, I probably make at least 50% of my income from, is working directly with a brand. So I will approach a brand, or a brand will approach me, and they will ask me to create maybe a recipe or a project using their product. So it's still me telling a story about the recipe that I'm creating, whether I'm making it for Thanksgiving, whatever I'm making it for. But I'm going to make sure that I mention that this is the product that I used in order to create this recipe. And they will pay a good amount of money for me to create that recipe.
Okay, let me make sure I got this straight now. So if I'm going to make a zucchini recipe,
Yep.
I need thin zucchini, so I'm going to use a salad shooter to make the thin zucchini, and I'm going to use Campbell's cream of mushroom soup to do that. And so you're going to get money from the salad shooter people and the Campbell's soup people. Am I getting this right?
You can. They don't always like you to put two into one. So in other words, if Campbell's has paid for it, because Campbell's will pay up front for the content. So depending upon the amount of page views and your social media influence is how they base what they're going to pay you. It can range from $50 if you don't have a larger following,
right,
to some of us make $3,000 to $4,000 per article for them.
Because you have so many people that are going to read this article
Yes.
and then share it and that sort of stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so that's number 3, brand. You got another one? Another way to make
Those
money?
are the big ones, honestly, unless we are to create our own products. It could be anything from an ebook to over on the Melrose Family, we have a meal planning ebook. So if we have our own products, we also make income from that as well.
This is like spectacular news. See, this is why I wanted you on for the entire month. Those of you that are listening realize that we have an entire month of getting advice on how to turn this strange box on our desk into a moneymaker. Most of it, I just use my computer as a big calculator, right? And an email box to get in and out email. So you have absolutely mentally changing my mind on how to take this to the next level.